friends. I wanted to make a video each day is the plan to record the homework. That way, if you need help or you want to do it with me, you can. So I'm going to get started here. I'm going to share my screen so you can see my ladybug. And there we go. Okay, so our ladybug is here. So this is the assignment sheet that you have. It was sent by email, but you will also have a printed copy in your drawer for pickup. So Monday, today is Monday, August 24th. These are the homework assignments to do with Benchmark, with Language Arts. The first is your daily packet and benchmark activity of the day on calendar. The pictures look a little bit blurry here, but the first is the daily packet, which looks like this, and we kind of started going over it today, where it has a little bit of language arts, spelling, math facts. So that's the daily packet. The next thing says the benchmark activity of the day. So that is from our calendar. So that is from this calendar. So today we read a city park, but your job at home is to reread it and draw a map of some kind of park or outdoor space near you. And that can be done anywhere, like in a little corner or in the notes section of that city park page. We also have spelling packet for week 1 is rainbow. So that's this here, where we started it as well. I kind of demonstrated how to use it. You're going to use the spelling words from here, and you put them onto here. You'll practice all 10 words. I gave the suggestion of maybe using the first few rainbow rays with the tougher words, just to practice those a little bit more. As you can see, number 10, 9, you're going to practice those a few, like less times since there's less room. So maybe using those for the easier words. It's just a good idea. So that's our rainbow spelling. Now this is a packet and it goes on with ABC order and fancy words. Do not do these yet. These are for next week, week 2, and this one is for week 3. So these 2 pages are to stay blank until next week. So don't do these 2 yet. Okay, so only the rainbow spelling, that's all on this packet. Here it says complete weekly vocabulary. So we went through today and defined 3 words in this booklet. So it was the very last page, so kind of that back cover page. And we had the word citizens, equipment, and symbol. So your job was to write a sentence in each of these boxes using that word, now that we know what it means. Oops, sorry, big curtain. And so that's it for benchmark language arts stuff. For math, it just says here, go into, if you need it, you don't have to do this part. Video on PowerSchool, Pearson, math assignments. So it kind of just has a little walkthrough of how to get to Envision Math. And then just says, if needed, go to the video. Quick check online for lesson day before. So not Monday. So today is Monday. We didn't do any quick checks. Tomorrow, Tuesday, I will walk you through how to get into quick check and how to complete that. Independent practice or test online. So we're not on testing just yet. We're just doing independent practice. So that would be in this sheet. So today we went over the guided practice. We went over, sorry for the blurry. We went over the guided practice. So your job is to do the independent practice and the problem solving on your own. The next piece we have on our list is Spanish. So for Spanish, I just have suggestions too. There's not really a schedule laid out for this. You can make flashcards on like 3x5 cards. You can practice by using your packet, by completing maybe a page or 2 a day of the practice packet. So that's this packet here. If you open it up, it has practice sheets using the vocabulary words from our list. So this one is our numbers, our colors. So these are all here. So different ways of practicing these words and how to spell them. So that's our Español. So, and then it just says, now that Seesaw is back up, you can also go into Seesaw. And if you go to the virtual classroom, you can see videos of me completing these charts behind me and videos of YouTube songs. There's also a few games to do with these words. So just practicing your yellow folder, and I kind of explained that as well. In your folder, you have these sheet protectors. So the first one has a breakdown of everything that we'll practice this year. So right now we're just on number 1. If you flip that page over once, you'll find the alphabet, which we'll be going over later on. And then you have this page that says ortografía, which means spelling. So we practice how to practice our Spanish words using this here. So just a few ideas on how to practice your Spanish. It kind of is up to you, whatever works for you at home. You can also use just your regular whiteboard that came in your bin. Reading, you should read 20 minutes daily. Reading is really good for us, especially right now that we don't have our library. So you can go into our little pink book in our virtual classroom for any YouTube books, for Bookflix, for Epic. If you have any books at home, reading those actual books is nice too. Right now we haven't taken any iReady tests, but your lesson should be wherever you left off in first grade. So you can work on 45 minutes of iReady reading lessons during the week. So it doesn't have to be in one day, but during the week, maybe you do like 10 minutes a day or 15 minutes a day, whatever you can do each day. And then a good idea is also completing a Lexia level during the week. And I'll walk you through that tomorrow on Tuesday. That is also through Clever. There's a Clever app. I'll see if I can link it on Seesaw, but for now it's just on Clever. So on Clever, there's an app called Lexia, and it really helps with reading, phonics, that beginning reader, but it goes level by level. So you just keep passing levels until you complete the program, which is really a good thing to do in second grade. So that is our assignments, and it kind of seems like a lot. We're going to go through it, each piece, completing it, and then we'll get all these checked off. So I'm going to start with daily packet. I'm going to grab my daily packet to finish that, and you can do it with me. And if you need to pause, you can. So our daily packet, so the first part is just rewriting the spelling words. So they're up here in this word box. A really good strategy anytime you have a word box is to either cross off, check mark, whatever you've used, so that we don't write one twice or forget one. So wet, we have the word jump. We have this. We have box. We have him. We have stand. We have chest. Let me mark off stand, chest. We have flag, run, shop. So those are our spelling words. So you just needed to write them one time each in the blanks. This here we did earlier. So you have the question. Excuse me. Can you jump over this box? And our job is to use this word bank to answer the question using part of the question to answer it. So when it says, can you jump over this box? Kind of think about it in a way that the person doesn't know the question, and if you're answering it, answer it in a way that if they didn't hear the question and they just hear your answer, can they understand it? Because if you say, for example, can you jump over this box? And you just hear, you don't hear the question, but you just hear, yes, I can. Yes, I can what? So you're not really sure. So if you answer it in a complete sentence, it should make sense on its own without hearing the question. So can you jump over this box? We used the word bank and we went, yes, I can jump over that box. Yes, I can jump over that box, period. So a way of rewriting it using the question, answering it with a question. The next piece here are our math facts. So we have 9 and 2 more, 9, 10, 11, add 2 more, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, also 11, but different fact. 8 plus 9, this is a near double, so if I know 8 plus 8 is 16, add 1 more, that's 17. 7 and 7, that's a double, is 14. Here's another near double, 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 1 more gives me 15. And then I have 9 plus 4, so this one's, I'd like to make it 10, so I go 9 plus 1 is 10, so 10 plus 3, because I took away that 1 to make it 10. 10 plus 3 gives me 13. And we'll be learning these skills with these lessons on how to make some of these facts go a little quicker. And we did our fact family where we talked about for addition problems, we write the big number last. For subtraction problems, we write the big number first, and then we just flip-flop the other number. So we have 4 plus 7 is 11, 7 plus 4 is 11, 11 minus 7 is 4, 11 minus 4 is 7. So using these 3 numbers in 4 different ways. The last one on this page is a word problem. So we have this tree has 6 green apples. We drew 6 apples. There's also 8 red apples. We drew 8 apples. How many are there all in all? We counted them. 6 plus 8 gave us 14 apples total. Okay, so that is our daily packet. So I can go check. We did daily packet. We already did a benchmark activity of the day, kind of together, but I'll go back to it just in case. So your job is to reread this story. So a city park, if you have a nice park near your home, you can thank your city government. City workers keep parks clean, and we underline this here because we said this answers the essential question of why do we need a government? Well, one of the reasons is that city workers keep parks clean. They help give us parks and keep them clean. They cut the grass, trim the trees, and pick up the litter, which is trash. You can visit a park to get fresh air and exercise. Children can play with their friends while parents watch nearby. Pets love parks too. A city park has something for everyone. And then we just did a little doodle. I did this little doodle of a park near my house. I just said, okay, there's a slide here, there's a swing set, and there's a big tree by the swing set. That's just a park near me, but your job will be either somewhere in the corner or in the notes section, draw a park that you've gone to or you go to often, which will be completing the calendar activities, which says read that story aloud again, the city park, and then draw that outdoor park place. So that gives us our check. Spelling packet is our rainbow spelling. I'm going to leave this up here just so I can look at my word bank. So I'm not going to use rainbow colors, just to go a little quicker. But if you need to pause or if you want to go slower, you can. It's going to rewrite those spelling words, all of them. So you'll go wet, 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 wet. So you'll keep going all the way through. Same with jump. And then we have this, 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 this. So you'll keep going all the way here with more thises, more this, as many as you can fit there. We have box, 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 box. We have the word him, him, him. We have the word stand, stand, stand. We have chest, chest, chest. We have flag, flag, run, and shop. So, and I didn't complete it all the way, and I'm going kind of quick here, but your job will be to you know, fill the rest of that rainbow as much as you can fit in there. And it makes it a little fun if you use your crayons or if you have markers to make it look like a rainbow, taking some time at doing your spelling activities in different fun ways kind of helps it stick in your brain better, and it makes it a little more fun for you to do as well. So that's our rainbow spelling. So we can check that off. So it's a spelling packet. Week 1 is rainbow. So remember, we said we're not doing ABC or fancy this week. This is going to be for next week, week 2 and week 3. So leave ABC order and fancy alone. Leave it blank. Only do that first part, rainbow. The next piece is complete weekly vocabulary. On the last page of your benchmark booklet, that's this booklet here, we already wrote the definitions for 3 words, which were citizens. We said it's someone that lives somewhere. So we're going to use this word in a sentence. So I can say, we are citizens of the U.S., of the United States. Equipment are supplies or tools. So I brought my teaching equipment. So I had to bring all of my equipment back to my house. My ladybug, my computer, all my packets and papers. So I brought my teaching equipment back home. A symbol is something that stands for something. So maybe the, let's see, the seesaw symbol. So that's the website we use. Looks like, and you know what, let me look at it really quick. Forgot what, thought it looks like kind of like a little number 8 is what I remember. But actually it looks kind of like a little bow. Okay, let me go back to our ladybug. The seesaw symbol looks like a bow. So the symbol, which it stands for something, it stands for Seesaw, the website. When you see that symbol, you should know, oh, that's Seesaw, just by looking at the symbol and not seeing the word. So again, if you need a pause to look at the sentences or make up your own sentences at this time, you can. I'm going to go ahead and close this because now we have completed everything from our benchmark weekly assignment. So we did our daily packet, our calendar activity in our booklet. We did our rainbow spelling, and we did the sentences to go with our definitions. The next piece is going to our math. So our math is this here. We did the example of 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 and 1, 5 plus 1 is 6. We did these here as well, where we had 4 part, 2 part is 6 total. Part 3, part 1 makes 4 the whole. Part, doubles. 5 plus 5 makes 10. And then we have 6 and 5 makes an 11. And this here I'll explain because it looks a little funny when you just look at what are these letters. You have some red cubes, so I did R, and some blue cubes, that's B, blue. So red plus blue equals, how can you show how many in all? So if I want an all, that tells me I want the sum. I want the addition of those 2 numbers. So the S stands for sum. That was a symbol, symbol for sum. So I'll write sum there. So we have red plus blue equals sum. So that's how I would figure it out if I actually had the number of red and blue cubes. Okay, so our math sheet here. So here I see 2 green and I see 5 yellow. So I'm going to count my 2 different parts to get my whole. So 2, I can just keep that number in my head and then count on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 is my whole, my sum, the total. Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I see right next door, it looks just the same, another 8. So that's a doubles. 8 and 8 makes 16. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is our first part. plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For next part, 9 plus 6. So if I take 1 from the 6 to make a 10, I'd have 10 plus 5 in my head. 10 plus 5 is a little easier to work with mentally. So 10 plus 5 gives me 15, or you can just count on 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Either way, you'll get to the same sum, the same answer. This here is algebra. It's finding the missing part. So I have 6 here, and they already wrote 6 here for me, that first part. So they're saying if I have 6, what number do I need? How many more cubes to get to 12? So I can do this by maybe just knowing my facts. If I know 6 plus what is 12 that I know of. Or we can make little pictures, finish the picture here to come up with 12. So I have 6, I go 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can see that I drew 6, so it's a doubles. 6 plus 6 gives me 12. So our doubles back there. I'm going to turn it over to the back side. For problem solving, Pete has 5 red apples. I'm going to draw 5 red apples and 5 green apples. He also has 3 bananas. Oh, oops. You know what? I should have read that whole problem before I started drawing a picture. How many apples does Pete have in all? Oh, they're trying to trick us here. So Pete has 5 red apples and 5 green apples. Do we need to know how many bananas he had? No. I'm going to cross off that banana sentence because it's just there to confuse me, trying to trick me. So 5 red apples, 5 green apples. How many apples does Pete have in all? So I have my first part, I have 5. My second part, I have 5. If I do my doubles, I know that makes 10. Or I can count on I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 apples is my total. It's my sum, my whole. Sally has 8 pink flowers. She has 5 blue flowers. What picture shows how many flowers Sally has? So I'm going to look at this here. So I'm going to say, okay, there's 8 pink, 5 blue. So this here, 1, 2, 3, 4, doesn't have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, not 8 pink. That's, or I see 5, but that's 5 blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this matches so far. And 5 blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that seems to match, but I'm going to peek at letter D just in case, because sometimes that can make more sense in some problems if you keep reading your other answers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that has 10. 1, 2, 3, and 3. Oh, yeah, that one doesn't match. Does it match? Doesn't match. Which tells me letter C is the correct answer. 8 pink and 5 blue. All right, this last one, I always like the journals. These are always really fun for me because you get to be creative and come up with your own problems. It says, draw some green shapes and draw some blue shapes. And it's okay if you just use your pencil and maybe just separate them out, however. But I have greens and blues here, so I'll use them. So I'm going to draw, maybe I'll draw 4 green stars. And I'll do 3 blue moons. Write an addition sentence to tell how many shapes you drew in all. So I have my first part is, oh, and you know what? I should have done it like this, but that's all right. I should have done, I guess I can do it still. 4, kind of like they were doing in their examples. And then my 3 moons here. Oops. So I have my first part is 4. My next part is 3. So 4 and 3, that's a near doubles. 4, we're counting on 4, 5, 6, 7, gives me 7 as my whole. So here you're welcome to use the same example, or you can try and make up your own. So that is it for our matemáticas, our math. So here, again, just to kind of go back to our little check off to see if you've completed everything, this might be helpful. There's a video in PowerSchool if you need it. If it still is not making sense to you, the video They're pretty great. They actually kind of go through, I talked about earlier, this, if you open up your sheet, it's the whole little strip here. It kind of goes through that as a video. And it kind of pauses and asks you questions to help you understand. So the video is there if you need it. Not Monday, so tomorrow this will start. You'll do quick check online for the lesson of the day before, and then the independent practice or test online. We don't have tests today, so we just did the independent practice, which was this inside piece that was blank and the problem solving part that was blank on the back side. So basically the parts we did not do together is your independent practice. And then working on iReady math lessons during the week. So same as reading, 45 minutes is a good goal to get into the practice of whatever lesson you left off in first grade. And then Fridays, we'll talk about this then, but we use those to practice our math facts with the green sleeve or extra math lesson online. So that's that, oh, sorry, I don't have one handy here, but it's the one that has two big numbers. They kind of look like big number zeros, and you write different digits inside to do 0 plus 1, 0 plus 2, 0 plus 3, 0 plus 4. So you can kind of try the same number with all these different add-ins or to practice well. And again, we'll go through that on Friday, so it'll make more sense then. For Espanol, you're on your own there. For now, I'm going to be posting a key for the entire packet. So as you're working through it, if you want to check on that key, you can check to see, but you can also really check with your vocabulary list. So you can check on here if you've spelled it right or if you've translated it correctly, which is most of those sheets really, just translating and spelling the words correctly. You can kind of check with your packet or with the one in the sleeve. So they're the same list, so same thing. So you can use that to check your work, but I will have a key as well. So practice that Spanish however you'd like with the link on Seesaw in our virtual classroom, with the packet, with flashcards, with the whiteboard. I'll just go back here one last time just as a reminder of how to use this. So here you can just practice a few of your words at a time. So like since I have the colors right behind me here, if I wanted to practice green, verde, I would write the word 3 times. So I'd write it in Spanish 3 times because that's what I'm practicing. Verde, verde, verde. And then I'll write it in English is green. And then it just says illustrate your word. So maybe I'll draw some grass, which is green. And then the next little section here, I'd write a different word. So maybe I'll write rojo 3 times. Rojo, rojo, rojo. Rojo is red. And then I'll draw an apple for my picture of something red. So just another fun way of practicing. And this one is in your yellow Spanish folder. If you just flip over this sheet that has all of the lessons, you just flip it 1 time and it's right here. All right, well with this, I am going to end this video. And again, I will have one of these each day to help you with your homework, and you have a great rest of your Monday. I'll see you on Tuesday.